Today I'm going to show you some of the most adorable children's dresses that you can make yourself. These are very simple and very easy. I even have a video tutorial for you on how to attach your rickrack trim. And with this dress, I put buttons, and on this one, I did the Velcro. And the coolest thing, what I love about these dresses is right here, how they crisscross in the back. I thought that was so adorable. And you might think this is a difficult pattern to do, but it's really, really easy. So those are those two dresses, front and back. Oops, it's hard to get this to stand still. And then here's another dress that I did. Okay, as you can see, we've laid out our pattern pieces onto the fabric, and I'm actually using a lightweight cotton lining for the dress. So let me see if I can show you. I've also have that piece of fabric underneath as well, so I can cut both at the same time. Just make sure you pin down your pattern nice and even so it doesn't buckle and you are actually cutting the correct size. I love this fabric. Whew. Okay, we're going to go ahead and cut out our fabric pieces. And this video primarily, I'm going to assume, is for people who are fairly new to sewing. But I just wanted to remind everybody that just take your time when you're cutting your fabric. Because if it's cut wrong, that means you wasted some really probably somewhat expensive fabric. And it's also like a waste of time. So just take your time cutting. And that way you won't have any problems when you start sewing. Okay, so we've got that piece all nice and cut out. So we'll set that aside. Then we'll start cutting the next piece. And if you notice, you've got some big areas in here. I like to kind of cut as close as I can to the edge of the pattern, so that way you could still use this big swatch of fabric right here for something else. So I'm going to start cutting from this side. Just going to cut. I love this pattern because it's only 2 pieces. So that makes it really easy to cut it out and put it together. Take that, move that out of our way. And we just need to cut this part. And if you notice, see, I'm doing this in real time, cutting it out, and you'll see it's really not going to take you that long to cut it out. Even if you're going kind of slow and taking your time. You got to be careful. You want to make sure you round your corners correctly. Okay, so now we have our 2 pieces ready to take the pins out and get ready to start sewing. Okay, and there we have it. We have our 2 pieces already cut out, getting ready to start sewing. So go ahead and take all your pins out. And since we're not dealing with that many pieces, it'll be fairly easy for you to keep track of which piece is which. Now, some people, when they're pattern making, not pattern making, but when they're cutting patterns, You can use that dressmaker's chalk or tracing tool, so you will understand your hem edges and where these little dashes are, these little diamonds, because these are the parts that you're going to match up later. And I'm sure there's like a gazillion, ooh, I love that fabric, other videos that can probably get a little more in depth into cutting and using patterns than what we have here. Because remember, I like to make things that don't take a lot of time, real quick and easy, isn't going to drive you crazy doing it, and keeping it simple. And let's see, okay, so as you can see, our little baby dress is taking shape. I did another dress like this, and I put the, see if I can find it. I put the rickrack as an edge, but I think for this dress, I'm going to just run it across the front, and maybe even a second row I'm going to attach to the front. So I think that'll be cute. Well, let's hope so. As you can see, you're going to lay your two pieces together, your larger piece, three pieces actually, and you're just going to lay it, one of the edges to this side, and you're going to stitch there. You're going to stitch that side. Then you're going to do a straight stitch right along there. Now, if you have a sewing machine that will do an overlock stitch, by all means, do so. If you can see the difference, let me see. You can see the difference in the edge here versus simply stitching it. And you don't, for the most part, need a serger. If your machine can do a straight stitch, you'll be fine. Or if you have a machine, a brother machine particularly, that does a pretty good job at the overlock stitch, you'll be fine as well. And this dress, as you can see with the lining, see if I can lay it all out here for you, and let's see what it looks like. It just barely fits on this table. And now you can see what the, almost can see if I can turn it around here. And now you can see what the entire piece laid out and cut out looks like. Okay, now I think you can see and now you can see what the entire piece, when you stitch it together, the shape sort of looks like.